Hey guys, and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am SeiferKatt, and we have a minor problem. And by minor, I mean we've got a huge problem. It's kind of the complete opposite of the word minor, and that is we've got rebels for days. Our overextension got way too high due to an invasion of Jiznoa. Ugh. Don't go to Jiznoa, guys. Ah! Okay, that's not helping at all either. So due to the fact that we've got such high overextension, we're getting a lot of rebels, and that place being cored was going to help me so much against not having this overextension problem. But the bad news is it didn't get cored, instead they just took it again. So that happened. Also, Mali is constantly rebelling. This is actually normal. But yeah, really it's just playing whack-a-mole at the moment, and whack-a-mole is not a fun game. I don't know what you've been told, but whack-a-mole, annoying game. It's just a whole bunch of whack-a-mole. All whack-a-mole all the time. But eventually we're going to get this shit sorted out, and then we will be able to assert our demands upon the world. At the moment our demands upon the world are just please stop attacking us. They're not really that major, but the world, she cares not for my petty demands, for she is a cruel and heartless bitch. And rightfully so, I feel. Alright, so let's get 15 regiments and go and fight these guys, which you will not win. Unless we raise the military army maintenance, which we can actually afford to do. Got a couple of huge loans, but they'll be paid back in due time. And by that I mean when they're due. And Ghent has got nationalism. Brilliant! That just means they're gonna be harder to kill. Hang on, I mixed up the word brilliant and shit again. Classic mistake right there. What I really need is more cannon. We've accidentally gone for a beach landing on them, but it might not matter because our good forces at Clon have appeared. If it wasn't for Clon, we probably would lose everything. Or Colon. I wonder if it's meant to be Cologne. I don't know. But either way, our vassal is here to protect us. And we will reward our vassal by annexing it. Sorry, integrating it is what I meant to say. We're actually annexing it. Okay, but this place, as soon as this is cored in 2 years' time, we will be in a much happier place. I think. Will we? We need at least 28 to go down, and that place will actually decrease by 28 exactly. Lisboa would have been a much better place to get, but you know, we don't get what we want, ever. Because that'd be good. We have rebels in Antwerp. We should probably deal with them. They were dealt with almost instantly. The war with the Windish Empire in Sweden is still going. It looks like the Windish Empire is actually losing it. I say actually losing it as if it was a surprise, but the Windish Empire was always kind of losing that war. Patriots. Yeah, I'm going to get you guys some cannons. Because you guys are always needing some cannons. You know what? You do not need cannons from there. That's 500 days to get a cannon. We don't have that sort of time. If it moves, tax it. And we've got Algarve. Finally! We've got a place that reduces our overextension a tiny bit. It's still dangerously high. But it should make things a bit easier now. That's the hope. I'm not sure if it will. But it is the hope. And if you don't have hope in life, what do you have? I'll tell you. Fleas. You have fleas. What the hell? How did you get fleas? That's gross. Okay. Cardinal's no longer loyal to us. He's loyal to Italy? I don't think so. See? You were wrong all along. Oh wait, one went to Wendish Empire as well? Again, I don't think so. I don't think a lot of things, but one thing I think is not that. Great Britain gets colonial enthusiasm for the next few years? That might be useful, actually. You know what? That's super useful. This guy... You know, we'll let him keep expanding for now. Because this place will be a city in no time whatsoever, really. And as soon as that place becomes a city... I don't know what this country is doing. This country is weird. But we're hoping to expand... Oh! We have found someone. Who is this? It's a tribe. The Lenape? I wonder if we can talk to them. They've got a whole bunch of treaties as well. We're going to increase relationship with them. Not because we're afraid of them, but because they're afraid of us. We want them to know that we are not going to take all their land until we sort out the overextension problem. But we won't tell them about the overextension problem because then they'll like say like, how much land do you have to have overextension problems? They'll be like, all of England, large part of France, large part of Spain, Mali, just a lot of land. They'll be like, we don't even know what those words you said were. It's like, because you're ignorant savages. Of course you don't know. You're retarded. That's offensive to retarded people, obviously, so we probably shouldn't do that. But, you know, we're going to be a colonial nation that doesn't really care about people. So, you know, what else is new in life? Right? Tax it. Always tax it. 420 tax it, yo. Okay, Lisboa is back on our side, but Perigord, or Perigord, they are not. Because they're dicks. Actually, don't we have like some more cogs somewhere? Where are the other cogs? Cog. It's like 25 cogs somewhere. There they are. Pick up those men. Now that you've picked them up, good job by the way, I want you to actually take them somewhere. Over here to be precise. Oh, good. So, how's that force? That force is looking pretty good. This force is looking pretty small. We could probably use some more infantry for them. Six units of infantry should be enough. And that's just killed our manpower. We're going to have to get that sorted at some point. In fact, we could probably get that sorted now. Because we can... No, it's a bad idea. Let's actually get our technology up, because I think... When do we get the next level of forts? Level 11. Actually, that's a while away. We get 733 men per month. That's 73.3% of a regiment. And we've got Dutch rebels! You know what, we'll grant aid. We can afford a ton of money like that. I mean, we weren't really going to do much with it aside from build things we weren't going to use. That single tear goes down my face. Okay, cannon. Good. 3 regiments of cannon. I'm so looking forward to this stupid shitty war being over. The war against the people. I would call it the People's War. But we seem to be sort of recovering, more or less. We want to try and core Lisboa again. It costs us 200 every time we do it. And now we're going to send out some more colonists. Why is that at 3.96 as opposed to 3.0 or 4.0? I could have just said 3 or 4. But we're sending the colonists out once more to colonize New World. Not the New World supermarket. I realise as I said that New World is a supermarket chain we have in New Zealand. We're not colonizing the supermarket chain. It doesn't make sense. Why would you colonize a supermarket chain? I mean, how interesting a person do you have to be to want to even think that? We've got hardy seamen. It's good to know. I suppose. Probably shouldn't say it like that. It sounds like I've got something else that's rather hardy. Looks like Wedge Empire ended its war and now is against Hungary. So that's going well for them. I'm going to increase relationship with Bavaria, as that always seems like a good idea. Also, we've got... Do we still have a treaty with these guys? We do still have a royal marriage with them. They are allied with a few friends, though, and... They have a few friends. But no one who is particularly scary. We could always offer them vassalization. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. You, return from that. We're going to offer our friends vassalization. And then we will rule over them with a friendly hand. Ooh, that almost got awkward, didn't it? This land extends quite far north. It's 127 days until that guy comes back. You know what? Maybe we will just bring this guy back instead. So these guys aren't particularly strong, but... Oh wait, I need to have a relationship of 190 with them before they'll accept. Well, I think now is the time to improve relationships with them. For these are our truest, goodest friends. And once they like us more, we will give them gold and riches and wealth and death. Mostly death. I mean, I don't want them to think that we left them out by any means. I mean, that would be so sad. We probably want to go south because that's probably where Genoa would go if they had the chance. But we get 5 more prestige for having Cumberland now self-sustaining. I'll click the excellent button because it is most excellent. And Great Britain continues to expand. Wish I had another colonist. I'd colonize so much faster with another colonist. But it is good to be getting land, even if that I don't have to fight for. I say as I fight back natives. But natives aren't people. And that is why America and all those other colonizing nations are kind of dicks. Because they don't regard them as people. And that you can't say that's a good thing. There's a trade dispute. It looks like Sweden has put an embargo on me. So what? I don't even give a shit, Sweden. I don't even give a shit. There is a little bit of money in these places so far, but nothing worth writing home about. I mean, fish and naval supplies, yeah. That's not going to be the big money player, sadly. As much as I want fish and naval supplies to be earning me a ton of money, just ain't going to happen. No matter how much I want it. I'll just try to consolidate my forces a little bit. I think that's about the best I'm going to get. We have more hardy seamen, which is obviously good. You want your seamen to be hard and firm. Actually, no you don't. I mean, even the joke that I was obviously making, that's not something you want. Alright, we have another place that's now considered part of the Empire. Wait, I can change the name of these places? Interesting. Go away. I don't know if we should change the name of places, but I like to know that we can. Okay, so we should have a decreased rebel risk now. It's 76. It's going down. Still dangerously high though, I suppose. Yeah, the revolt risk is still much higher than I would like. But it's going to go down. Just give it a second. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it down though. Oh, Ulster. Ulster Rebellion. Ah, the Ulster Rebellion's only 4,000 men, so it's actually going to be fairly quick. I don't even care. I'm just going to charge straight into them. And we're carrying 38 ducats per month at the moment. Yeah, look, rebels, I don't think you understand what was supposed to happen here. I got the points, then you guys not supposed to fight me anymore. Instead, what you've done is I got the points and now you're fighting me more. Which is the complete opposite of what you're supposed to do. It's a classic goof, I'll tell you that. Now we're trying to vassalize these guys, but we need them at 190 first, but that's going up pretty quickly. We could probably even give them a bit of money, just a tad, and that might push them up even further. 125 for 50 gold, or ducats. No, not enough. We need them at 190. No less, more is acceptable. But you can't go much more than that. The Windish Empire wants an alliance with me. I decline, Windish Empire. You've got me in a bit of trouble before, while I was already in trouble, and I do not want to have to deal with a war right now. Because it wouldn't get me killed, but it would cause me to lose more things that I hold dear, like money. And I suppose human lives, but you know, whatever, human lives. You know, they're not really relevant to anyone. You know what? I think we should expand a little bit further into the old Americas. We're just going to keep expanding until we have taken everything. Or until the Americas have taken all of us. It is, of course, getting expensive to do this, but I'm not sure what else to spend my money on. I mean, I could, of course, build more ships. I did lose a few before, but I don't... Does anyone even compete with me in the way of fleet? I don't think so. I am wrong. Sweden does. But if I wanted to, Sweden, know that I could stop you. That's what you need to know, Sweden. That you are not as strong as you think you are. You are, in fact, very, very silly. Silly little country all the way up there. You don't even have great game developers. No one designs a good game in Sweden. Am I right? I'm right. For those that don't know, Paradox Game Studios, the people who made this game, are actually in Sweden. So I like to make a joke. I can't say always because I've never made it on stream, but I like to make the joke that Sweden is overpowered because they don't want Sweden to ever lose. Okay, split this force. This is how we're getting the cannons propagating throughout the nation. And we've got another unit somewhere. Oh, Mali. Well, these guys can take Mali. They usually do. I would like to connect my Spain holdings to my northern France holdings. But to do that, I need to go through Genoa. And we've done this before. We know how badly that turns out. And we're still recovering from it. And I don't even think we're succeeding. It's like we're trying to succeed, but not actually succeed. Global tariffs go up. Yeah, maybe. Actually. We're still ahead of time, so we could, in theory, do that. Which will then give us an extra 15% taxes, which we can spend on, I don't know, ale and whores. Done. Also, we're one more point away from getting more colonists. What is this? We could gain a courthouse in Lancashire, or we could gain 1 stability. Well, 1 stability doesn't help us, but this one will lose 2 stability. But we'll forever get the stability bonus. And a courthouse in Lancashire, which I feel Lancashire sounds very English. Lancashire. No, it's not Lancashire. Is it Lancashire? It's Lancashire. Lancaster? Lancashire. Oh, it's there. I think it's just Lancaster. Anyway, it gives us a courthouse. A courthouse is... Look, I can take the stability hit, I can take the gold hit. It gives me a permanent bonus and a courthouse, sure. I mean, I don't really want to take the stability hit, of course, but... Oh, it gave me a temple as well. Well, it gave me more money. That probably paid for itself then. But, of course, with the lack of stability, that does mean we're probably going to have more revolts. But you know, what is a game of Europa Universalis if you don't have a ton of revolts, right? Right. I was thinking about vassalizing those guys, but they don't really like us much. These guys like me quite a lot. I should try and vassalize them. That's my new policy. Vassalize, annex, and just generally be a bitch around the place. So you may notice it's just the standard English tactics. Ah, colonizational... colonial! There we go. Colonial jokes. We're spending a lot of money getting these 3 colonies going at the same time, but I think it's worth it. I think these colonies are going to be building rather rapidly. And then once they become independent, then that's good for us as well, except for the fact that these rebels just rose up, but I don't know why we're Are we defending or attacking? We're defending, never mind. Easily solved. It's solved the way all problems in life should be solved. Bullet. Someone is speaking a language that I do not understand outside. I'm suspecting Chinese, but that is me being racist because I don't actually know what language it was. Something I realized, here's a little bit of thought for you. If you don't know someone's name, like, you've seen someone's name written down, you can't remember how to pronounce it. You always try to sound it out, you know, like, you know kind of what it was? So it's like, his name was like Smith or Smite or Schmidt. I don't know. It was something like that. That's fine, you know. But now, let's say the guy's name is Xiong. Cheong. His name was Chin or Chong or Cheng, or all of a sudden you sound racist. Because you're just making those sounds that someone who's, it's all like, oh, ching chong, I am being Chinese. It's that sort of thing. But you're instantly making those sorts of sounds, and so it sounds like you're being racist, even if you're not. It sounds like you are, and that is the problem. I don't really have a point with this. I just thought it was interesting. I forgot we even had this province in the middle of nowhere. We'll probably get to it eventually. I still want to try and get Bavaria one day. We gain a claim on where? Iraqi Arab? Okay, we just get a random claim over there. What's going on over here anyway? Golden Horn, Timurids. Yes. Not much is going on over here that I care about. Over here is the big deal, and of course, the Americas are always a big deal. But I believe we just got... yes! We have annexed our good friends in Clon, which is just free land. And it makes us stronger as well. So, free land makes us stronger. Why? How could you go wrong? It's going to say why could you go wrong, but you couldn't. It's how could you go wrong? And again, you couldn't. Everything is exactly as you wanted. And we get even more money for doing less work. I'm beginning to wonder if I should just move my capital to Antwerp. Might not be a bad idea. Or maybe not Antwerp, but like... I should move it to Zealand. No, I want to get the whole trade node before I do that, and that's typically probably a bad idea. So we'll hold off on that. That was a bad idea. I don't know quite what I was thinking when I said that. I was really excited. I was just like, man, Antwerp always gets so much money, but England is getting more, so I don't think... Sorry, the, what is that trade node called? The London trade node gets so much more money. And also, once we start pushing through into from Western Europe, that'll really boost our economy as well. A lot of the money is going from France, Bordeaux is going into London, which really that's probably where a lot of our money is coming from. In fact, I'm positively certain it is. And I'm happy to keep that happening. I'm just wondering whether we even want to build more heavy ships or whether we should just build more light ships and just really conquer the trades. It's not the worst idea. Having more trade money is always pretty good. How are you guys going? 160? You guys must be almost ready to give me all your land. I mean, sorry, be really good friends with us. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Classic mistake there. My English, not so good. Anyway, guys, I think we're done for today. So join me next episode where we continue to colonize the New World. And I reckon we're going to get that stability finally worked out. Like, finally fixed. Oh, shit, I didn't even notice they were attacking there. Hang on, before I end the episode, no, everything's fine. So I reckon next episode we'll get the stability finally fixed. And... I mean, the revolt risk's going down, that matters. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next time.